bad argument between Marlo and I happens. It happens on the next trip. So yeah, it's still a lot. We still got a long way to go.
It's insane. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Where currently stand with Marlo? Where do you guys currently stand? Have you spoken to her?
Oh no, we're not talking right now.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I think that for me it was like, okay, I knew we had our arguments during the season, and that's why it's always tough. It's like you have your arguments during the season, right? And then you try to get over it and you make up or whatever. But then you watch it back. So a lot of the stuff that was like what we were watching, I didn't know all that was going on, and I did not know she was saying all of those things, you know, during the time that we were taping. So it just made me look at everything a lot differently. Put it that way.
I know. I feel like it's always when you watch it back, you can be good the whole rest of the season until you watch it and you're like, I did not know any of this was said.
Right. I was like completely thrown off by some of the things that was said like during the season, because I was like, wait a minute, I thought we were cool at that point.
I thought we were all good.
Yeah, I thought we were all good. Like I didn't even realize that, you know, earlier on that, you know, they were saying things that, you know, clearly I don't think was cool. And I honestly, I thought we was cool at that point in the taping or whatever. So
thought it was all good, but I feel like that's never how it will end up working out on The Housewives. Who knows?
Right.
And what about the rest of the women? Where do you stand with all of them?
I think I'm pretty good with everybody. I mean, everybody has their moments where they bump heads a little bit. I think for Sonia and I, we really did not connect until after we stopped filming. Like, we were cool during filming, but we were cool. You know what I'm saying? There were a couple of things that made me kind of like side eye her. I don't know if it was because of the things that the other people were saying in the group that were making me wonder or question her a little bit. But I mean, I feel like after we stopped filming, she and I, we really connected and started hanging out just one-on-one. And I really feel closer to her now than I did when we were filming, you know. Kenya, we still tight. We're still tight. Drew, we're cool. And who else?
Sheree,
yeah, that's another one that I was like, okay, wait a minute. Yeah. When I saw the show, I was like, wait a minute now.
Your whole
right, the whole time I was like totally like super geeked about Sheree the whole time we were filming, because you know, first of all, I was happy that she came back.
Yeah.
I was super excited that we were finally gonna see what we about to do with this She Got Sheree, you know what I mean? And yeah, I didn't realize that, you know, she was co-signing some of the negative stuff. Yeah.
Lots of shade there. There's a lot of shade there.
Yeah.
Who would you bring? I feel like I know the answer, but if you could bring anybody back to the show, who would you bring back?
Well, I mean, I always got much love for Cynthia. I always would love for her to be back, because she was the person that I can always have fun with, and I always kept it 100 all the time.
Yeah.
I never felt like, however she treated me during taping, I felt like when I watched it back, it was going to be the same. Yeah, it was going to be the same. Eva, I love Eva. I feel like she had some good TV when she was on the show.
Yes.
And I would like to see that back. And I felt like LaToya did get a fair shot, because she was good TV, honey.
I'm surprised that she didn't come back for a full-time piece.
She was great TV. Like, people, you know, talked about how much drama she was, but, you know, she still was good TV.
It was enjoyable. As a viewer, I liked watching.
Yes.
So she was good TV.
Yeah, and I always feel like, I mean, realistically, I personally feel like Portia definitely is going to come back at some point. I mean, she's on the other show right now. Like, I mean,
Do you think she'll come back full time next season?
Portia, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't see why not.
That's true. That would be fun to have her back. You guys seem like you are still in a good place.
Yeah, I mean, because we are both like super close to Shamia, we still see each other. You know what I mean? We still see each other. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I want to talk about your businesses because you are an amazing businesswoman, and I just want to talk about that for a few minutes. You have Bedroom Kandi, you have multiple restaurants, tags, so much. First of all, how do you have time for all this? That's my first question. How do you have time for this?
It's hard to juggle. I can say that. It is hard to juggle, but I mean, you definitely have to have a team to like juggle that many things, you know. You have to have people that's there to help schedule. You gotta live by the schedule. You know what I mean? Gotta live by the schedule. Everything has to be on the schedule or else you will drop balls somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. You will. What would you say has been like what is your favorite to work with in your restaurants, your store? Like, what do you like to do the most with your business?
Create in the studio.
Really? Oh, okay. I wanted to ask this. If you could write a song for anybody, who would it be?
Ooh. Well, first person that came to mind was Rihanna.
Rihanna.
She was the first person that came to mind just because I always loved her music. She's always consistently gave us hits when she was giving us music.
Yes.
And I never had the chance to work with her.
Never? I'm surprised you guys haven't. Well, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for that one. Collab.
I mean, you know, we've been wanting her to come back for a minute. So whenever she comes back, I mean, I hope I get to work with her.
I'm sure you will. You know what? Does she watch? I think she watches The Housewives.
Oh, really?
I know she watches, so I'm sure one day that will happen. I hope it does.
That would be dope.
And what about, are there any other upcoming projects you have that you're working on right now?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Well, multiple things. Right now, I'm in the middle of filming the reality show for our Xscape in SWV.
Oh, cool.
I don't know the official title that they're giving it right now, but we're in the middle of that. So that's going to be coming.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I'm definitely going to go back in the studio to come up with something with that.
Cool. When do you think we can expect that new show?
I heard like winter time. I don't know if it's going to be the end of this year or the very top of the year, but it's like, you know, somewhere around that time. That's what I heard. I'm not sure.
Maybe spring, summer, or September. Maybe.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kidding. Winter.
I heard winter.
Winter.
You know, like end of the year. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. That's exciting. And you're going to get back into the studio, so that will be exciting. Oh, you should write a song with Lizzo, someone commented.
Oh, I love Lizzo. So I had reached out to her.
Okay.
But unfortunately, her whole album was already finished.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, because when I had when Legs Hips and Body, you know, I started going viral, I really wanted to remix it and I wanted to put her on there. I had this idea, but unfortunately, she was about to drop her record, so it didn't work out.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for the next album because that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw this comment in the comments, and someone asked, when you first signed on to be a Real Housewife, what ultimately made you want to do it? Like, did you want to be on reality TV? Like, what was it that made you want to do it?
Well, the funny thing was, it was a fluke. So I have been minding my own business, being behind the scenes, okay? And Tiny actually had reached out to me because she wanted to do like a talk show situation. So I had started coming up with like a talk show idea with her, Toya, our other friend Toya, and another young lady. And from that, you know, we were talking about possibly making it a reality show, and it was like a production company that was working with us. So while we were coming up with those things, with that thing, Derek J, who was my friend, he came to me. He was like, "Hey, you know, they're looking for women to interview for the new season of The Real Housewives." He was like, "I want them to call you or whatever," and I was like, "Yeah, nah." I
You're
was
like,
like,
I'm not.
I'm already doing something. And then on top of that, like I had watched the first season. I loved it, but I didn't see how I would fit with those women. I was like, yeah, yeah, nah. I was like, thanks for thinking of me, but no. But he was just
No.
like, he's like, well, I'm gonna tell them to call you anyway because they need somebody with their own money. And I was like, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
And literally, like a week after that or something, the producer who was working with the project that Tiny and I were a part of, they decided they only wanted Tiny and Toya, and that ended up being the Tiny and Toya show on BET. And so they only wanted to use them, the two of them. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, you know, I wasn't a big deal for me because I was like, it was something that Tiny wanted to do anyway. I wasn't really the one tripping about it. But then the people that Derek said called me back. And so I always kind of like give it to both of them because it's two things. If Tiny hadn't have opened my mind to the idea of doing TV, then I wouldn't have been even open for it when they called me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because I was already kind of open-minded to doing something with her and it didn't work out, and then Derek got, you know, the other people to call me, which I didn't want them to call me, but when they called me, it was like, yeah, okay, well, might as well like sit and, you know, have this interview. So I did it, and obviously it turned out to be way bigger than what I expected. Honestly, I thought I was just gonna have fun, do something for a year, and you know, and that be that. Like I didn't really think I was gonna be on the show for a long time. I didn't think it was gonna be a big deal. I didn't think it was gonna change my life in any way. But who knew that it would change my life that it had, the way it has, you know, 14 years later, I'm still here. It's shocking.
Hey, did you see it like when you first signed on? You didn't see yourself staying like for 14 years, right? Is that
no,
no,
and not at all. Like
nothing.
I just thought it was just gonna be like something to do for a
A
year.
fun little season or something.
Right. I just thought it was just gonna be something to do. You know, oh, okay, it's cool. 1 year, this will be cool, and it just totally turned into something way bigger than what I expected.
It has you have taken off and you have so much. Do you think we'll get a season 2 of Kandi and the Gang?
I'm waiting to hear back currently, and I'm really, really hoping and praying that we do because I love that show. Like, honestly, that's like my favorite show to do, mainly because this show is not really about me. It's more so about everybody else that's, you know, working in the restaurant, and I really feel like they deserve to be on TV. Like, they are funny.
It is entertaining to the max. I will say it is just like, even just there's like the funniest like one line, like it's great. I love it. So I'm hoping that season 2. I think we will. I think we will. And someone asked if you have spoken to Nene at all.
No, we don't really communicate.
No. Okay. And I want to know, oh my God, where did it go? There was something in the comments that I asked. Oh, people always ask this. Would you ever do Big Brother?
I already did Celebrity Big Brother.
Someone asked that. I don't know why. I know you were on the celebrity one, but would you do...
I made it to the last day.
But would you do like the other one, the regular one? Would you do that one?
No, I wouldn't do it again.
No, okay, you wouldn't do it again.
It's very hard. Like, people don't understand. Like, people think maybe that it's fake that you don't get to talk to anybody, but no. Like, I really was, like, in the house, had no contact with the outside world whatsoever. Like, we didn't get to use a phone. We didn't get internet. We didn't have anything. So, like, when you see people typing on the iPads, basically, we're able to give them the message, and then they will give it to our team to put it on our social media. So we're not able to see
Okay.
social media. So we don't know what's happening in the outside world. We don't know if our family is okay or not, or
Yes.
anything. It's
Yeah.
stressful.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, especially making it all the way. Then
To the end.
right, you don't have communication for that long, and it must be.
Yes. I really had to, like, and Cynthia said the same thing. Like, when you're in the house for that long, like I was in there for what, over a month, and I was like, I felt like I had to regroup. Like I felt lost when I came out of the house. Like I
Yeah,
didn't feel connected to anything anymore. Like when I first came home, I just felt lost. It was
yeah,
weird.
it was a long time, I feel like.
Yeah, you got to readjust.
Yes, definitely have to readjust. I do not want to take up any more of your time because I know you are busy. I just love to ask all of my guests this. If you could have dinner with any 3 celebrities, they could be dead or alive, singers,
Ooh.
actresses, who would they be? It's hard, right?
Why did you throw that at the last minute? That is so tough. Oh my goodness. Oh
I
my
should
goodness.
do that one in advance.
Yeah, okay. I always like to pick people's brains to see how they got where they are today.
Yeah,
So, I mean, Oprah is a given.
I love that. I love when people say Oprah. She's great.
Yeah, I mean, I think because business wise, like she's done so many things, you know, as far as like she's a businesswoman, then she's also an actress. And
Right.
so she has both, you know, the creative, all of that. So, um, definitely would have her at the table. I would have to have somebody fun. You
Someone,
have to have somebody that's
someone to,
fun.
yeah, mix it
You
up.
know, somebody got to be lit. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna keep the party going.
Yes.
I can't really think. Now you got me like, who would it
You know what?
be?
It's a hard question. You can think about it and get back to that.
Okay.
All right. Well, Kandi, thank you so, so, so much for joining me today. I had so much fun chatting with you.
Well, thank you. I had so much fun chatting. It just flew by. That
I
time
was
just flew by.
The best interviews feel like 2 friends having a conversation.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you so much. Good luck with your upcoming projects. I hope to see Kandi and the Gang season 2. And thank
Oh,
you.
somebody said Whitney. Definitely Whitney, because
Ooh,
she was funny too. She was
yes.
hilarious.
She would be the fun one to bring.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, and we will talk soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode of the Weekly Scoop with CJ. Such a fun interview with Kandi. So great. She is just down to earth, so sweet, and I'm so glad we got to make that work. If you guys want to follow me, my username is cj.sykes and then an extra S on the end. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week for a new episode. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.